how to safely disassemble your Fulcrum or Fulcrum 85 kite. Now, same as the assembly procedure, disassembling the Fulcrum or the F85 is exactly the same as one another. One's just smaller than the other, and as expected, it's basically a complete reverse of the assembly procedure. However, a few minor things to note, which I think are just worth noting, especially for new people. The wind's swirling around in my garden at the moment, so I don't really have a particular direction. However, same as assembly, when you are disassembling the kite, make sure that the wind is running along its length and you are at the leading edge of that wind. So in this case, the wind might be, for example, running from my left to my right, and I would be at this end, always at this end, so that the wind's travelling down the kite. When that happens, you know that the kite's not going to snag up on anything, and hopefully you'll limit any damage. You shouldn't damage one of these, but it's the safest way to do it. Again, it doesn't matter if you remove the centre standoffs or the wing standoffs first, but for the sake of continuity, the same way I assembled it, we're going to do the wings ones first. So make sure you're holding onto your standoff and you gently pull away the spar from the standoff, leaving the standoff in the kite. Same as when we assembled it, we do it that way because if you do it the opposite way and you remove the sail side first, and it springs back, you do run the risk of puncturing your sail, and we don't want to do that. So again, hold the upright, pull the standoff out. Same for the other side. Now, as I mentioned, I'd flip this over, but in this case, I'm actually not going to, because it's easier to show. You can see what the wind's going to do there. See, it's picking up the other end. Actually, quite good timing that, to be fair. So there we go. Let's turn it round. Hold on to our upright, pull our standoff out. I'm going to flip our kite over, do exactly the same in the centre. Just gently pull our spar away, leaving our standoffs in the kite. Standoffs out. Now we can remove our centre spar, and we're going to carefully place that in the centre because we don't want that to get tangled up. We want to keep that neat all the time. And when we turn our kite over, we want to make sure that we're not going to puncture our sail with this protruding ferrule. So you can turn it over, it doesn't really matter as long as you're careful about that not coming out. And we're going to hold the end of our tapered end of our spar and slide the APA connector off with our thumb. Hold our T and pull one spar out, and exactly the same on the other end. Again, if the wind's coming this way, you can put the kite under your knee, it's not a problem. Again, mind for your sail with your ferrule there. Again, use your thumb at the end of the spar, push the connector off, and you can take the other spar out. So we've kept our centre spar nice and tidy, and that means that we're not going to be tangled for next time. So we take our centre spar and we take our upright on one side of the sail and our upright on the other side of the sail, and you'll see that the two leading edges are draped either side of the kite. Now, for new people, I recommend keeping the outer spars separate, purely because you don't want to run the risk of stressing the sail when you wrap it up. However, you can put them inside if you want to, as long as you're gentle. So the two leading edges come up, and we've now got all of our spars in one place. Pull our sail down. And again, we're going to gently roll the kite up. We want to be really gentle when we do this so that we don't put any stress on the material and don't start digging the fittings into the material. Keep the sail nice and flat and roll it up. Most kites should come with a Velcro strap, and you can strap your kite up like that. So don't forget your standoffs. You don't want to lose them at the field. They are easy to lose. One tip for these that some people do, I've actually done it myself, although I've never actually lost one. Some people sometimes put a piece of brightly coloured tape just on the centre of the standoff there, or a piece of heat shrink works really well. It just helps them be a bit more visible should you drop them in the grass or drop them in the sand. So kite goes in the sleeve. Always count your standoffs in, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know that they're definitely there for next time, and your instruction booklet, and you're ready to fly again next time.